If you've worked with images before in OU Campus, you may be a little surprised to learn that image galleries work very differently than our other images. Image galleries are assets, and assets work a little bit differently. So let's go ahead and build a new image gallery, and I'll show you what I mean. We'll hover our cursor over Content and select Assets. And after we click on that, we're taken to a long list of assets created by multiple users. There is no folder organization for these. If we want to look for an asset in this list, we can use the search filter. We can also filter assets by the type. If we're looking for an image gallery, we can click on that and select Image Gallery from the list of options. And now we're only seeing image galleries. We can also filter by tag. So if I've tagged my asset with MRC, because I'm in the Media Resources Center, I can see all of the other assets that are tagged MRC. But if we want to create a new image gallery, we'll click on the New Asset button on the top right. And when we click on that, we have 5 different options to choose from: web content, plain text, source code, image gallery, and form. For right now, we'll just select image gallery. Regardless of the asset type we're creating, when we're creating a new asset, we'll have to add asset info and access settings. So at the very top in asset info, we'll create a name for that asset. We can add a description if we want to. We can also add tags. And these are really important. So if you remember, we were looking at that big long list of assets. That list is only going to get longer as more and more people create new assets. So it becomes really important to add a unique identifier for those. So giving your asset a name that is unique and searchable is really important. Adding tags only helps. And in access settings, if we look at access group, this is deciding which group has access to edit this asset. In this drop-down menu, I'll see a list of all of the groups that I belong to, and I can determine a group that can edit that asset. In Available To, that's determining which group has access to use the asset. So maybe I want a small group to be able to edit that asset, and maybe a larger group to be able to use that asset. What's good about using the Available To option is that if there's an asset that's available to a group that I don't belong to, then I won't see that asset in my list of assets. And so if everyone does that, it keeps that list as small and easy to navigate as possible. If we keep moving down that list, we have gallery options. On our page, our image gallery will show up as a row of thumbnails, and so we can select the thumbnail size we want to use. If I have a large image gallery, I might want to use smaller thumbnails. If I have a small image gallery, I can use larger thumbnails. When I change that, you're going to see that box change in the thumbnail preview just to give you an idea of how large or small your thumbnails will be. In thumbnail aspect ratio, it says original and crop. If I use original, it's going to keep the aspect ratio of the original image. So if I have images that are more horizontal and some that are vertical, those thumbnails will show up as horizontal and vertical images. If I use crop, that'll crop that image to the thumbnail preview size, and so I'll have a nice uniform look with my thumbnails. I prefer using the crop. Some people may not. You can use that however you want to. Once we're done selecting those options, we can click Create. And now we've created an asset and we can start adding images to that. If I scroll down now to the very bottom, I have an images option, and I can click Add to start adding images. When we add images, we can add one or multiple images if we want to. We'll select those image files and click Open. And now we can see a little loading animation there. That's just telling us which image is uploading at a certain time. So if you've uploaded a lot of images and maybe they're larger files and it's taking a while, don't worry, you can scroll down and see if it's still uploading, or maybe you need to refresh the page and start over. Once we've uploaded our images, we can add titles, descriptions, captions, and links. Title, caption, and link are optional. The only thing that's not optional is the description. You'll need to add a description to each of those images. And once you're done there, you can click Save. Once we click that, we're taking a preview where we get a nice overview of our image gallery. Like everything else, we'll need to publish that image gallery in order to use it. And now we're ready to insert that asset into our page.